Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cristo Rey Network Virtual College Fair. We are very excited to have you participating in this event with us. We have some amazing schools on this session here with us today. Each of them will have 6 minutes to share more about their respective institution, but please stay around for the entire session and ask as many questions as you'd like. My name is Clarissa, and I'll be your facilitator this evening. Before we get started, just a few housekeeping items. Your microphone and camera are turned off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. However, you do have that Q&A feature that you can use at any time to ask any questions. And if you do have questions for a specific college, be sure to mention them, or feel free to leave it general and learn more about every other institution as well. This is just one of many sessions happening, so make sure you go back out and see what else is being offered. And afterwards, this presentation will be recorded and be available at strivescan.com/Cristo Rey. I'd like to turn it over to our first presenter today, which is from Hampshire College.
Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm going to do a quick screen share, and I'm going to talk about some things that make Hampshire a bit different. So Hampshire was actually founded by 4 other schools. When I get my presenter view up here, it'll be a little bit better. Sorry, I'm out of my element again. I haven't done a Zoom call in a while. And where am I? Never mind. We're going to go this way today. So Hampshire was founded by 4 other schools. We are part of a 5-college consortium, and you get to access all of those schools in addition to Hampshire because we were designed to stay small, keep our faculty advisors at the heart of what we do, and our students develop their own area of study. So you have 7,000 classes to 7,000 classes to choose from while you really put together your area the way it works best for you. We give narrative evaluations. So that means we're both asking you to be a constant learner and not just shoot for the A, but always looking to develop yourself further. And then we also use slightly different system for our 4 years. So first year is divisional system. In our divisional system is Div 1. Div 2 is years 2 and 3. Div 3 is 4th year. We also use learning collaboratives that I'll talk about a little bit more in a few minutes, but it is a way to organize real world problems and have our students thinking across disciplines to really look at how they can become a problem solver in the real world. In our divisions, we ask you in Division 3 to create a really large project. It is 5 to 8 classes worth of independent study. So I had a student in Texas tell me it is a Texas-size capstone project, which I think is a great description. At the heart of what you do is really creating something new while also looking to learn something new. So our students might do a research paper or they might do a performance project, and it can be anything in between. And the idea is to graduate 200 to 300 students a year while having 200 to 300 different projects every year come together. And it's a very cool experience for our students. In the learning collaboratives, about half of our classes are keyed to one of these 4 areas: environments and change, injustice and justice, media and technology, and time and narrative. So you can see they don't fit nicely into a single discipline. The idea is really to be thinking across disciplines and how you solve problems in your area of study and who do you need to work with in the real world. Most excitingly is that our first year seminars are based in these areas. In addition to having just about monthly meetings coming together, I actually am part of the Environments and Change Learning Collaborative as a staff member. So I get to not only hear updates, but bring information to the group, and it's pretty cool. A few things to know about our campus. We are a carbon neutral campus. We are the first campus in Massachusetts to be carbon neutral and only the 11th in the country. So when you think that there's over 2,800 accredited colleges in the United States, we are way ahead of the curve in our environmentalism, and we take that very seriously. We have 2 living buildings on our campus, and those are the highest level of green building in the world. And there's only 33 buildings that are certified in the world as a living building, with more in process. We are a very inclusive community. We have a large population of LGBTQIA+ students, and as well as alum, faculty, and staff. So our campus is very much open and inclusive. We take our social activism very seriously. One of the most important things students tell me is that we offer single dorms from the very beginning. So your first year, you come in, you do not have a roommate, which makes it really nice for you to be able to get your creative work done when it works best for you without having to worry about roommates coming and going, things like that. Our students do have, our alum actually start their own business or a nonprofit at the 25% rate. That's incredibly high. When you look at just the presenters here, it would mean that we would have at least one business between us, which is pretty amazing. 65% of our alum go on to advanced degrees, and we are in the top 3% of schools that send our students on to PhDs. So again, as a very small institution with only 700 students and class sizes that are about 20 at the maximum, you really get personalized attention with your faculty advisors working very hard to make sure that you are getting the kind of personalized service that is most important to you. Just to go over a quick few things about the application process, we are on Common App. We are totally test-free in our application process. We have been for over 10 years, so that holistic application approach has been very true for us for a long time. We do offer financial aid for every student that applies. We give merit awards to every student, international as well as domestic. We do not require the CSS profile for US nationals, and we do meet about 85% of demonstrated need. There's no separate application for merit awards. Every student is offered one, and you do not have to ask for any extra money from us. I do have a timer going. I think I'm running down to my last few seconds, and I want to be respectful of our next presenters. And I will say, I'm sorry to say this, but I'm having internet issues, so if I hop off, I apologize. But other than that, nice to see another CTCL school here, as Goucher and Hampshire are both CTCL schools.
Thank you very much for your presentation. Up next, we have College of the Holy Cross.
Hi, friends. I really enjoyed hearing about Hampshire. I hope you guys did as well. I'm a former neighbor of Hampshire College, and I'm always excited when students from around the country get to hear about Hampshire because it is such a wonderful and unique spot. So I hope you enjoyed hearing about that. I am here to talk about Holy Cross today, and I hope you're excited to hear about Holy Cross as much as I'm excited to talk about it. More importantly, I just want to stop and say happy Saturday. Credit to you for logging on this Saturday. All of us are going to make our best efforts at making this worth it for you, and also sort of a Saturday entertaining spiel. So I've worked at Holy Cross for a while now. I'm really excited. I've also been a great friend to the Cristo Rey network and connected in many ways. One of my favorite things about Holy Cross is that it is a small school. We're at about 3,000 students. Right now we're at 3,200 students. Undergraduate only, no grad students, no law school, no med school, nothing like that. And we are a Jesuit school, and feel a really strong connection to many of our friends at our Cristo Rey network across the country. There we go, 3,200 students. In our classes, the average class size is usually in the teens. Good news is the professor's going to know your name. Bad news is the professor's going to know your name. Our faculty are there to engage with our students in the same way that our students are there to engage with our faculty. The nature of our classes will be similar to what you've experienced perhaps in high school, where they are discussion-based, but a great majority of our classes also include civic engagement and service and work in the community to help complement what we're teaching in the classroom. It's sort of the learning in action, might also call it hands-on learning. And you can see that can take a variety of different forms, but it's, I think for some of our students, it tends to be some of the most rewarding experiences that they've ever had in a classroom. Research is also a big part of the experience at Holy Cross. Because we don't have any undergraduate students, our professors are looking for help on their research projects, so they have nobody to go to but our undergraduates. Research opportunities can be open and available to students as early as freshman year. So it is a great opportunity to be active with your learning and to be working with faculty on really graduate level research opportunities. Study abroad is also very popular at Holy Cross. We have 3 different flavors, if you will, of study abroad. We have a month-long program that is in May after exams are finished. That program you can do as early as freshman year now, which makes me a little nervous for freshmen going abroad. We also have the more traditional study abroad programs of the semester program and the 2-semester program. Those are usually junior year. Our default understanding is the 2-semester program. That's our most popular. And how popular, you ask? I heard you ask. Well, we have more students do that program than any school in the country. So it is obviously a part of the culture. It is very well supported at Holy Cross. And our students are coming back from those experiences with great things to say, which is encouraging underclassmen to strongly consider those study abroad experiences. So I often say there's 2 kinds of adults in the real world. There's people like my wife. She studied abroad when she was in college, and she thinks each of you should consider studying abroad. Then there's people like me. I did not study abroad when I was in college, and I think each of you should strongly consider studying abroad when you're in college. So certainly not a requirement, but I hope that when you get to college, wherever you end up, that you've got a really open mind about studying abroad. We're also a Division I school, and we make purple look good out on the playing fields. And for most of our sports, we're in the Patriot League, which is set up as the sister league to the Ivy League, mostly Northeast academically rigorous schools. And a few of our other sports are in other conferences. But, we have a strong tradition with athletics. And this is a really exciting time as our fall teams are in the middle of their seasons. And most of our winter sports have started now as well. So this is a really exciting time with all of our teams participating on campus. There's great energy right now. We also just opened our new Performing Arts Center. This is a $120 million space that we just opened less than a year ago. So what a wonderful time it is to be involved with the arts at Holy Cross. It's what an incredible space for creative folks, but also for any students who are just interested in the arts. All of our courses, all of our performances, all of our performance groups are open audition, open enrollment. No programs and no performances are restricted to just majors. We have lots of students who are majoring in other things, but enjoy expressing themselves in the arts as well. Our location, we're located in the great city of Worcester, the 2nd largest city in New England. So we're only 3,000 students at Holy Cross, but there's 35,000 college students at the rest of the city. I'm from the Midwest, and Worcester feels like one of those big Midwestern university towns, only there's no university, there's only small colleges. Oh, the boring stuff. Let's get through the boring stuff with admissions and aid. We do not offer early action, only early decision with 2 deadlines, one of November 15th and the second round in January 15th. We are a Common App School Coalition. We are also a QuestBridge partner. We are test optional, have been for 15 years, and we strongly encourage interviews, which we do a little bit in person, but mostly over Zoom. And finally, when it comes to financial aid, we're going to meet 100% of your demonstrated financial need. That's both domestic and international students. We require the FAFSA and the CSS profile. None of those are designed for your enjoyment, but they are designed for our purposes, which is make college affordable for you. Thanks so much. I'm so glad to share a few minutes of my Saturday with you, and I'm also excited to hear from our next college rep as well.
Thank you very much for that presentation. Our college up next is Bentley University.
All right, I have a timer, so I'll put that on. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Viviana Suavita, and I'm one of the associate directors here in the undergraduate office for Bentley. very happy to be able to speak to everyone on this Saturday afternoon. I just got back from Philadelphia yesterday, and my visit at Cristo Rey was probably one of my favorite ones that I did during my week in Pennsylvania. But happy to be here and share a little bit more about Bentley University. Bentley University is located in Waltham, Massachusetts, which is just 9 miles outside of the great city of Boston. With that being said, we're considered a small to medium-sized school at a little over 4,000 undergraduate students. We look to enroll over a little bit of 1,000 students, or not over enroll a little bit more than 1,000 students, because we guarantee your housing for all 4 years. Although students don't have to live on campus, even freshman year, we guarantee your housing, and about 90% of our first year students do live on campus because they want to make sure to take advantage of everything that we have to offer, both on campus and in the great city of Boston. With that being said, historically, Bentley has been very much known as a business institution. As part of your core curriculum, in addition to the traditional composition math courses that you would take, you would also be required to take an intro to finance and economics, intro to marketing, management, accounting course. For the students who are thinking going into the business world, this will confirm for them that they're making the correct choice. And then for the students who are undecided, which is completely okay, you essentially have until the end of your sophomore year to formally and officially declare your major. Our students are able to double major within either the business degrees or across with the liberal arts and science. So some wonderful combinations that you can create there. It's also important to note that we admit into the university, not into a major. To talk a little bit about the application process, we are on the Common App, and we will be test optional, at least for now, until the end of 2025. So all through 2025. So juniors, still, we will be test optional when it's your time to apply. With all of that being said, it's important to know that although we do not guarantee merit scholarships, because they are very much dependent on the student's individual academic performance, we have some amazing outside or special scholarship opportunities, particularly for first-generation students. So if, for example, you attend a Cristo Rey school in Massachusetts, I'm actually the counselor who would work with the one up in Methuen, but we have a specific scholarship for all first-generation students. You don't have to be from Cristo Rey, and that's an amazing opportunity that has been a blessing for many students in the past 2 years. In addition to that, we have a special program that also does not require an application. It's an internal selection committee, but it's also geared for first-generation students who are high achieving, who show some interest in Bentley, or perhaps wanting to leave their hometown to come up to New England and attend the school. In addition to scholarship opportunities, we have special programs like our Women's Leadership Program. A fun little fact is that most institutions are 60% female, 40% male, but at Bentley, it's the opposite. So for example, the Women's Leadership Program, it's 2 additional questions on the common application, but if selected for this program, the young lady would have an upperclassman mentor that would help guide them, especially those first couple of years, in addition to a $10,000 scholarship, which is our only stackable scholarship, meaning that if the young lady receives help with need-based aid, also receives a merit scholarship due to their excellent academic performance, and gets selected to the Women's Leadership Program, this is something that she would be able to keep for all 4 years. I want to talk briefly about the First Falcons on campus. First Falcons is what we call all of our first-generation students. I just attended this morning our pinning ceremony, which is for all of our first-year, first-generation students, in which we acknowledge and recognize their presence and their belonging at the institution. And then in the spring, we have a fantastic event that recognizes and celebrates the seniors who are first in their family to be graduating. So lots of different causes, support, and resources resources, particularly around our first generation families, that I'm incredibly proud to be a part of. And I know that my time's running up. So if anybody has any other questions or wants to know a little bit more about Bentley, I'd be happy to connect with you in one of the breakout rooms. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your presentation. As a reminder to our participants, if you guys have any questions for the colleges you're seeing today, definitely don't hesitate to put those into the Q&A down below. Up next, we have Goucher College.
Hello. So nice to be able to see everyone today. Hold on. And I'm trying to I'm trying to log in so that I can actually share my presentation. Sorry. Okay. Okay, super. Sorry about that. Welcome. I'm here to talk to you about Goucher College. My name is Tanya Rechkuski, and I am the Associate Vice President for Enrollment at Goucher College, and I'm thrilled to be able to share some information with you. So Goucher is located in Baltimore, Maryland. We're right outside the downtown area. We're in the walkable town of Towson, Maryland. Gives you lots of opportunities to have both the big city as well as a small town. We're about an hour away from Washington, D.C., about 2 hours from Philadelphia, 3 hours from New York City, and then a little bit further to some of the other major cities. And we do have a train station that runs right through there, so it makes it very easy for you to get to and from the campus by train or by plane. Baltimore is also known as the Charm City. It gives you lots of opportunities for internships, for jobs. And then in addition to that, we have 12 other area colleges that all come together to allow students to take courses at any one of the other institutions. There's a robust music and theater scene, and then there's also 2 professional sports teams. So if watching sports is something you like to do on the weekends, then there's definitely opportunities for that. A little bit about who we are. We're a liberal arts college. We have about 300 acres of land. Currently, our student enrollment is mainly undergraduate students, about 1,100 undergraduate students, and we do have some small graduate programs in education and some other kind of niche programs. What's great about that is we have 4+1 opportunities with those master's degree programs that would allow students to be able to earn their master's degree in just 5 years. A little bit about our students. Our students are coming from 43 states and 36 countries. We're really proud of the fact that we are a diverse community. About 40% of our students are students of color, 22% of our students are first-generation students, and 20% of our students are student athletes. We are Division III, and we're part of the Landmark Conference. A little bit about kind of the inside workings in terms of the academics at Goucher. So we refer to our general education requirements as the commons. In addition to the commons, your general education, you'll have an academic major, a double major, or a minor. Then we have all students do a global experience, and then we'll talk about our internship accelerator. Okay, so what's a little bit different about our general education requirements is that we call them complex problem exploration courses. So each one of those courses gives you an opportunity to work in small groups and to dig deeply into the subject area that you're studying. We also have our first-year students. All first-year students are in a first-year seminar course. We have a common reading assignment that happens in the summer, which is always really fun to have the entire first-year class reading the same book. We were able to bring the speaker, the author onto campus, who was then served as a speaker for our first-year students, which was really exciting. It's not often that you get to see the authors of the books that you read in person. We want students to become proficient in 3 areas: data analytics, foreign language and culture, and writing. So you'll see that throughout the common curriculum, you'll have courses that meet those proficiency standards. Okay, 29 different majors. In addition to the existing majors, you can also do an individual, self-designed interdisciplinary major. Okay. Study abroad is really important at Goucher. The only regret I have about my undergraduate experience is that I didn't study abroad. I am thrilled to be at an institution that requires all of our students to study abroad. There are some exceptions if a student is not able to leave the country for certain reasons. We do have some exceptions and we're able to do some substitutions, but the majority of our students do participate in a semester-long or a month-long global experience. Our students have literally gone all around the world, and it's exciting to see the students when they come back after the study abroad experience. There's over 60 different countries that our students have been to. And in addition to that, we also bring a fair number of exchange students to our campus. So while we're setting our students off for study abroad, we're welcoming other students to our campus who are studying abroad. Okay, going to talk a little bit about internships. We want to make sure that our students are set up for success after they graduate. We have things structured so that you get 4 years of career relevant experiences, and it's scaffolded in such a way that it begins in your first semester. So in your first year, you're going to be doing visits to employers and organizations so you can learn about jobs, internships, and getting exposure to the various industries. Again, this is where being right outside of a major city really benefits our students. In the second year, students do micro internships, which are short-term paid virtual experiences. And then in students' third and fourth years, they're going to apply for an internship experience that would give them academic credit. This is a list of some of the places where our students have had internships, between the Baltimore Orioles to the U.S. Senate. Again, our proximity to D.C. as well as downtown Baltimore gives our students a lot of different opportunities. We also want to make sure that throughout a student's experience, they're going to be successful. Students have a wide range of advisors to help them. So you're going to have your career advisor who works in the Career Development Center. There's going to be a first-year mentor that's going to work with you in your first semester. You're going to have your athletic coach if you're a student athlete. You'll have your international student advisor if you're an international student, and then you'll have a student success advisor that will help you. In addition to all those people, you'll also have your academic major advisor. So there's really a lot of people who are invested fully in your success at Goucher. Okay. So we also feel very strongly about the importance of experiential learning. Students have opportunities to do research with faculty, and even though we do have graduate students, our graduate programs are not the kind of programs that have graduate students doing research with faculty members, which means that our faculty members are relying on our undergraduate students to use as research assistants. So we have students that very often are presenting at local as well as national conferences for their fields and have been able to co-author journal articles before they even graduate. A little bit about campus life. We've got 35 different clubs, 15 affinity groups. There are club sports as well as intramural sports. We like to make sure that our first year students are well taken care of. All of our first year students live in 3 residence halls that are all clustered together that we call the first year village. Within the first year village, you're going to have some special amenities and you're going to have great places to hang out. But it also allows you to know where all the other first year students are. We do guarantee housing for all 4 years. First year students are required to live on campus. Okay, I mentioned Division III sports. This is a list of our men's and women's Division III sports. We also have a vibrant equestrian team, not part of Division III. They're the Intercollegiate Show Association. It is really well known, and it's exciting to have barns on our campus so that students, if they have an interest in riding or joining the team or just spending time with the horses, there's opportunities to do that. 96% of our graduates are employed or in graduate school when they graduate, after graduation. In terms of graduate school, students are going all across the country. And then here's a list of the different jobs. And then application deadlines, we are part of the Common Application. We are test optional. It's been test optional since 2006. There is no application fee. And the early action deadline is November 15th. The regular decision deadline is January 15th. And thank you for letting me join you today.
Thank you so much for your presentation. Up next, we have Catholic University of America.
Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for hopping on today. It's so awesome to hear from other colleges and hear about the great work everyone's doing. Give me one moment while I share my screen. Perfect. So we are Catholic University of America in Washington, D.C. We are a small private liberal arts school. So we have about 3,000 undergraduates with 2,000 graduate students, making about 5,000 students commuting in and out of campus each week. We have about 19 students per teacher in our undergraduate school. We're also the largest campus in Washington, D.C. with 176 acres. The federal government owns the most land, but we own the second most land, which we're really proud of. One thing that's always worth mentioning with that 19 student class size is that we're going to have undergraduates doing research right alongside faculty members. It's specifically in the STEM community. So we also are a Division III school. We have over 100 clubs on campus. So I always say, like, if you don't see the club that you want to join in, you can always start your club. That's what I did my freshman year. I started a hiking club. But, we also have about 40 to 50 events going on a weekly basis. So you can never call home and say that you're bored on our campus. Being in Washington, D.C., there's also a ton to do, which is really fun. So if you take a look here, that's our metro stop placed right on our campus, CUA being Catholic University of America, of course. For those who want to commute home, we have the Union Station to take the train home. And of course, down here, you can take the metro all the way down to DCA and fly home, depending on where you're commuting from. Students do all sorts of things. We love going to baseball games as a school. But there's also the Kennedy Center to see some wonderful performances. Before you even step onto campus your freshman year, you're going to be reached out to by someone from the Center for Academic and Career Success to essentially plan what's going to be your first career counseling meeting, which we think is really exciting. We make sure that about 76% of our students right now are doing an internship before they graduate, but 60% of our students are actually hustling with 2 internships before they graduate. So we really make sure that from day one of your journey at Catholic, you kind of have a sense of where you want to go, and you have all the resources that we can provide you to get there. So we're really proud of that center. In terms of what we're going to be reviewing when you apply, so we unweight all the GPAs that are sent in. We're totally test-free, which we're really excited about. And we're also a completely free application. We're on the Common App. So very good stuff. I always say, like, tips and tricks with our application is if you can do an interview, absolutely try to sign up for an interview with your counselor. You can do that on our website. We love hearing about things like activities that you do outside of school, how you're serving your community, and how you're a leader in your own community. Upon applying to our school, you're going to be instantly considered for the honors program, but also our cornerstone program, which is the leaders of tomorrow. We really pick those students who seem to be the leaders in their communities and are constantly serving their communities. This is a list of all of our schools that we have. Just to highlight a couple that are really, really popular right now, our School of Arts and Sciences has so many different majors going on there, as well as the business school. This is one of our fastest growing schools. Our School of Engineering, one of the oldest ones in the country, again, with all the research opportunities that I kind of mentioned earlier that you get to do with faculty. And of course, our School of Nursing, which has a brand new building opening this January. Really, really beautiful facilities. Study abroad is going to be super popular at Catholic. Our most popular program, right dead center in the map, is actually Rome. We have a sister campus right next to the Vatican, which students find really exciting. And those are all CUA faculty members teaching there, right? So in-house staff, even though you're going, across the ocean. But, every place listed here on this slide, students have studied in. Some other programs are business students going over to Hong Kong, as well as our politics majors studying under English Parliament members and EU members. To wrap up my presentation, just to talk a little bit about scholarship opportunities. All students upon application are going to be considered for merit scholarship. We give about 18 to 33K. If you're in the honors college, you're going to get that 33K base, and then we build up from there. If you are a member of a parish, an active member of a parish, please list that in your Common App. There's a specific spot that we ask you to list that at. That's going to be a $2,000 a semester scholarship. And all that we do on our end is just confirm that you're actually a member of that scholarship. Of course, if you have a brother, sister, mother or father who've gone to Catholic, you can also mention that and you'll get the $1,000 legacy grant. It's just all important that you mention that on the Common App when you apply. As mentioned, there's no separate application for this merit scholarship. You just get that. You're just automatically considered for that. And then we build financial aid from there. So that wraps up. That might have been shorter than 6 minutes. That was the Catholic University presentation. Thank you so much, everyone, for hopping on, and looking forward to connecting afterwards.
Thank you very much. As a final reminder to our participants, the session is recorded for later on, but also if you have questions right now for our colleges that are on this session, please do not hesitate to put them into the Q&A down below. Our final institution is Providence College.
Hello, everybody. Let me just share my screen real quick. Okay, so good afternoon. Last but not least, Providence College. My name is Maggie Connolly. I'm a recent graduate of Providence College. I was an accounting major, and I'm currently in my 5th year getting my MBA and my 150 credit hours to sit for the CPA exam. And I'm so excited to speak with you about Providence today. So to start, I will go over our schools here at Providence. We have 4 schools, as you can see: the School of Arts and Sciences, the School of Business, the School of Education and Social Work, and our newest school is the School of Nursing and Health Sciences. A part of this, we have some new programs: the neuroscience program, nursing, health sciences. So it is important to know that when you apply to Providence College, you are applying to PC as a college in general, not a specific school. However, this year we do have one exception, which is the nursing program. Nursing is the only major you have to apply for directly. You cannot switch after being admitted. Other than nursing, you can take courses across all schools and switch majors, double major. It's very easy here with that liberal arts education. Here at Providence, students are challenged in and out of the classroom from a liberal arts core curriculum. The purpose of this is to ensure our students leave well-rounded, filling in any gaps within their major. So here is our core curriculum. As you can see, we have a few requirements: philosophy, theology, fine arts, natural science, quantitative reasoning, social science. However, one thing I would like to emphasize is the development of Western civilization. That is 4 semesters here at Providence. So regardless of your major, every student will take our development of Western civilization course, also known as CIV. CIV is a 4-semester interdisciplinary course that is co-taught by 3, sometimes 4 professors. This course integrates ideas that may not have been fully formed in high school, such as art, history, literature, and philosophy from the beginning of time until now. And this course really is just to heighten your skills and your cultural awareness, your ability to communicate, and improve your proficiency in writing, presentation skills, and a strong aptitude for critical thinking. As well as we have some proficiencies such as civic engagement, diversity, intensive writing, oral communication, and these can be filled with your major courses. As for class size, something that I thoroughly enjoyed about Providence is the class size. We are a small, medium Catholic liberal arts school, sitting just under 4,100 undergrad students, but we're growing to 4,500 in the next 5 years. PC is big enough to see a new face every day, but small enough that you'll always have a friend. Our class size is 20 with a 12-to-1 student faculty ratio. The largest class you will take is that Civ class that I just explained. That meets 3 times a week. Twice you'll be in a lecture with about 100 other freshmen or sophomores, and then once a week you will have a seminar with about 10 students. Students will get a small school experience with our faculty and staff, which will help them build relationships with their professors and open the door to more personal opportunities. Like a lot of other presenters today said, at Providence, your teachers will definitely know your name, which is something I really appreciated. And as for internships and research, 93% of our graduates complete an internship or career building experience. More than 1/3 of students participate in research with faculty, and study abroad is very big here at Providence, with 55% of students participating in off-campus study. We have about 300 programs across 40 different countries, and you are able to study abroad in your fall of junior year, your spring of junior year, your fall of senior year. And we also offer Maymesters, where you're able to study abroad for just 4 to 6 weeks if you don't want the commitment of a full semester. We wouldn't be talking about Providence if we didn't mention the Dominican difference. Dominican friars live, teach, and serve as spiritual guides for all of our students here. We are the only college founded by Dominican friars. Friars live and work on campus in several different capacities. At PC, it's really important for us to educate the whole person. And whether you are religious or not, you'll find at PC a place where students ask big questions, have discussions, challenge each other, and grow into the person they are supposed to become. While an important part of our identity, not every student is Catholic. PC's is the first college in Rhode Island to welcome all students of every faith or no faith at all. And something I personally loved about Providence is the community here. Providence College offers students the opportunity to participate in over 120 active clubs and organizations, which focus on social, multicultural, political, professional, educational, athletic, community service, and wellness issues. Participation in these clubs on campus are very important and a part of our life here at Providence. The opportunity to take part in activities that interest them, affect change in our campus and local community, and develop friendships that can last a lifetime. So, like I said, there's plenty to offer here at Providence College, but I'd like to mention also our surrounding areas. One of the great things about PC is that it is in the heart of Rhode Island. I can confidently say that Providence is a vibrant city filled with art, history, and some of the best food. We're only 3 minutes from downtown Providence. We are 45 minutes away from Boston, and we are 3.5 hours away from New York. But like I said, we still have a wonderful community here on campus. So if this is replayed or any students here watching, you could scan this QR code and that would connect you to any of our social medias. I would also like to mention that Providence College does have a Cristo Rey scholarship, which one senior from each Cristo Rey high school chosen by the Office of Admission will receive a $22,000 annual scholarship for 4 years. In addition, the college will also still meet 100% of the demonstrated financial need of the student after federal loans. So that covers Providence. I'm a proud graduate and I'm happy to share my experience with you.
All right, we'd just like to give a thank you to all of our college representatives that were on this call today, and also thank you to all of our participants that were able to join us. Remember to check back to the schedule and sign up for more sessions. There's another round of college sessions coming up next, so definitely go check those out. And as a reminder, the session was recorded as well as all of the other recordings, and you can find them at strivescan.com/Cristo Rey. Again, thank you and have a great day.